Hi everybody, I'm here with Olivia, the quarter horse mare, the only quarter horse on the place. It's been a while since we did a horse video because for the last 6 weeks, every day, day and night, I've been working on a house remodel for Emery. And it's getting close to the end and it's time to make some decisions with Olivia. And that gives us something to talk about. So, being springtime, we just did our taxes and realized that we had $75,000 in farm expenses last year. And I only make $69,000 a year at work. So we got to make some decisions and redirect our goals on the farm. I'm leaning towards not doing the crossbreds with the quarter horses because I'm not really a quarter horse trainer. I don't think I could do them justice, and all of that plan would revolve around Greg Gully teaching me how to teach them. That's just not fair to put all that on another person anyway. And more so than that, the channel and myself are so in love with Oliver that if I was going to spend the time breeding one or raising one, I'd rather have just a purebred team of Clydesdales. So I'm going to try to refocus my objective this year on finding a good teammate for Oliver to have a team. And of course, I want it to be a filly or a mare so that we could eventually breed if we wanted to. So to do that, I'm going to start riding Olivia and give her some lessons. And she's already broke and trained, and I'll just tune her up and put my touch on her, some handle on her, so that I can feel comfortable finding her a new home if I do decide to sell her. Had her to the vet last Friday or this Monday, and she is healthy enough to breed, so I could still choose to go that route if I want. I'm just trying to determine what to do. If I do want to get another Clydesdale, Oliver eats 4 times what a foxtrotter does, so I have to downsize the herd at least by 4 to be even, and I'd like to go maybe down 6 so that we're, gaining on that farm expense we talked about.
So I know this is going to arise questions like there's nothing wrong with her. We're not docking for her or anything. It's just our change of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that she's she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's the perfect horse for what I wanted to do. Yeah. But that whole plan revolves around me learning a different discipline, and I was going to learn it from somebody else. I'm starting to really enjoy the draft horse work, and the last 6 months, every time I've had time to work with a horse, it's been Oliver and pulling. Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with what I know, the fox trotters and the draft horses. I'm not gonna try to learn a third discipline. Okay, so Olivia is very well behaved and trained, but she is a high energy horse and performance bred. Whenever you work with her and become her leader, she starts that licking and chewing, which is really good. So she's looking for a leader. But let me show you a few things. She may not be paying attention to me, and see, she's getting ahead of me. So I'll stop and see she's not really focused on me. So a lot of the time, I'm just going to be trying to get her focus on me. Back up. And getting her to pay attention so that she's really focusing on me. And getting soft to me. And not just on the ground, not just leading. It's going to be that way in the saddle. It's going to be that way in the round pen, because that's just her mentality. She's a smart horse, and she needs to know that and submit that you are her leader, and she's going to be a great horse. I can just tell that already from her personality. So I'm going to saddle her up, do a little round pen work, and you can kind of keep that concept in your mind for what I'm going to be going for to get her to give. I noticed when the other people were riding her at the sale, she doesn't have a very soft touch like for backing up and dropping her head. So that's some of the finishing touches I'm going to put on her. And other than that, I'm just going to try to make her kind of a partner, make her enjoy being worked with. Okay. Horses only enjoy being worked with when they have strong leadership. They don't like it when they don't know who's in charge. And when she's calm and licking and chewing, I'm just going to be happy. When she's looking outside for something else to do, I'm going to make a attempt to get her direct attention back on me. I just want her to know that I'm everything she needs to be paying attention to right now. Paying attention to stuff other than you is what leads to barn sour and herd sour horses, which she has the propensity to be herd sour because she's a vocal horse. But you'd be surprised how much herd sour has to do with the rider and the trainer and not the horse. How much you can let them get away with it, how much you can train it out of them.
I fully believe that prayer helps me have dominion over horses and gets me in the right state of mind. If you're not a believer, that's okay. You can do that in other ways, such as breath work or just taking a few moments to center yourself. The main thing is to be in the right frame of mind before you get on a new horse for the first time. It really helps.
Lord, thank you for this beautiful horse. May you bless her in our relationship, or she is blessed. Because Olivia, God gave me dominion over you, so let your will fall right in line with my will. Keep me safe, be soft and subtle, and be a good partner in Jesus' name.
It's unfortunate how many people get offended when I show my faith on video here. However, I just needed to show that this really works. You could see the licking and chewing she did when I first started to pray. But the main thing is that horses are a tuning fork for our emotions. So you have to have a way to get your emotions in check, whatever that is, before you get on for your safety and for the horse.
I like to get in the habit of getting on and off because I don't want them thinking that getting on means for their feet to go. When you just get on and tell them to walk off, they start to where they get antsy and they start moving their feet when you ride them. And to sell her as a really safe trail horse is what I'm going to end up trying to sell her as. She needs to keep all 4 feet glued to the ground when when she's finished or when she's tuned up. She's already starting to work with me. You see how she's following me around and licking her lips and chewing? It means she's giving in and she's learning good. So I'm just going to give her a 5-minute break. Then I'm going to ride her for the first time in here. Then me and Becca are going to go for a trail ride. And we'll take you along. I'll put a headband on and you guys can watch some of the trail ride. Walk. Walk up. I could pull her back with the reins, but I want her to go back on her own. Back. 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 I knew this is going to be one of the things I'm going to have to teach her. Back. 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 Good girl. Just instantly dropped the reins when she finally did take that one step back. Kind of give her a break as a reward. I noticed when they were riding her in the sale barn, she did not have a good back. And it shouldn't take very long to put a good back on a horse. Now, part of the reason she was so hard-mouthed is because her teeth were in awful shape. But before I started riding her, like I said, we went to the vet and everything, and her teeth have been done now. Mm-hmm. So there's no excuse there in her mouth anymore. Always good to check the little things before you start on the big things. Walk. sit down, she knows how to stop. And that's the same thing as a backup. Oh, good girl. She did it much better and much softer that time.
She may be a fast learner, huh?
Oh yeah, she's very smart.
So on the trail ride, JR's obviously riding Olivia. Who are you riding, Becca?
I'm riding Lucky.
This is Lucky.
Our
Best horse on the farm.
Yep.
Besides Ozark and Happy and
No, I think she's
Lady
the
and
best horse on
Oliver
the
and
farm.
Champ and
Yeah,
everybody.
no. Lucky is probably the best one. Definitely the best trained.
Well, she's just an amazing Missouri Foxtrotter plus, yeah, look at her.
She's just the best
Becca,
horse on
you
our
could
farm.
just-
I don't care if that offends anyone.
Yeah, not even your horse. She's just awesome. You could put anybody on there probably, and Lucky will take care of
I
them.
could put a baby up here and
Yeah,
she'd be fine.
she's like the horse we would put on if somebody came out and didn't know how to ride.
Good girl.
Just to back up a little bit on Olivia, we actually got her this past winter at a horse auction, and you can actually go back and watch that video where we got her. It's titled Horse Auction Bait and Switch, Don't Be Fooled. And then there's a couple other videos we have out, like the first time introducing her to the herd and things like that. She actually has a playlist titled Olivia. You can find all those videos there. But if you go back and watch those, it will just kind of explain her story a bit better for you. And just to be clear, this is the first time JR's taking Olivia on a trail ride since we've owned her.
Girl, Olivia.
There's so much risk when you buy a horse at an auction. I really don't suggest that novices ever buy a horse at an auction, because generally a horse that is of age, like Olivia was, to be trained and stuff, if they're at an auction, there's something wrong with them. Rarely do you get one where you get 100% of the story. However, I think we found the exception. They told us that she was owned her whole life by the same family, and she was trail rode a lot. She didn't have any fancy buttons or tricks, but she was just a good, honest trail horse. And as you'll see on this video, that turns out to be 100% accurate. She never makes a bobble. She's completely calm, handles like a dream, and I just had a very enjoyable time and was very pleasantly surprised on how well she is trained and how gentle she just handled this trail ride. And she's got a lot of power too, which was fun.
Ooh, give him a little breather. Let him blow out. Yours winded?
She's very out of shape.
Good views up here. You can see the ridge field and the barn down below.
Okay, so we're waiting on JR and Becca to get back from their trail ride. So JR has the GoPro on his head, so you'll be seeing that footage while they're out on the trail. And then I'm waiting for them to come down the road so I can get some footage of them coming back. So it's been about 45 minutes, I think. I didn't really expect them to be gone much longer than that, so we should be seeing them soon. But you can see some of the other horses while we're waiting. Here is Boots. Hey, buddy. We got Classy. She looks nice and sleepy in the sunshine. And Miss Jessie is over there. Look how big and pregnant she is. She's not due till May, too. There's Lady. And there's Karen. Here comes Soes. You guys haven't seen her. We'll do a little Soes update. You can start to see she's really pooching. Oliver's baby's growing.
So a lot of people will be sad that I changed my mind on keeping Olivia and everything, but the majority of the people on the comments, you know, are in love with Oliver and would love to see a Clydesdale mare here on the farm. And then I could work Oliver as a team. It wouldn't be as hard to work on him when I'm gonna do actual farm things like hay or pulling in wood, I can have a pair. So kind of comment what you think about that and the decisions on the farm. There's a disconnect between real farm decisions and pet decisions, and a lot of people kind of conflate these horses as only pets. While we love them, they are not only pets. Like I said, we had $75,000 in farm expenses last year, and I'd kind of like the farm to be self-sustaining, and my only skill is with these horses. So that's what it's got to be. There is a National Clydesdale sale coming up in April that we're going to go to, and it's like the latter part of April, and right now as it stands we have too many horses really to bring one home. So if I'm not at least working my way towards that goal of having room for another Clydesdale where I can care for it effectively, then I won't be able to pull the trigger when we're there. And you know, you guys have been watching the videos with the new foal. You can see the 2 different pallets of shavings we've gone through since that new foal has been born. Well, shavings are like nearly $6 a bag. So a lot of people that don't own horses think that the feed is the highest cost, and it is one of the highest costs. But some of the hidden costs that people don't think about is fertilizer and shavings. Man, that adds up. And gas. Whew, especially gasoline for your trucks and vet expenses. Okay, we're up to 3 Mile Road now, and Olivia is getting my hopes up that we've got a diamond in the rough here.
I bet Dad $5 I could make it back without holding the reins, or going faster now, or put my feet in the stirrups. I had to touch the reins once, but almost there. That's funny.
She's very broke and very gentle.
Really? She did good then, huh?
We just got back from the trail ride, and she was broke even better than I expected. She didn't spook at nothing. She was very well behaved. Becca even cantered off and left us, and she didn't get buddy sour. So now we're going to teach her about getting a bath. This is the new spigot I put on for showering horses that has a mixture of hot and cold water. I can adjust the heat.
Pretty cool.
So I'm going to get her all cleaned up and make her a nice bedded stall, and I'm going to ride her every day because consistency is key when you're training a horse. So if I ride her every day for a couple weeks, as broke as she already is, I'll know everything about her that way.
Since this day, JR and Becca both have been working with Olivia quite a bit, just tuning her up like JR said, and really just enjoying being around her. She's a very sweet horse. Becca has started riding her bareback and is just loving that time with her. We'll try to get another video out on Olivia soon, kind of show you what she has learned. But in the meantime, if you could like, comment, subscribe, and share, we would really appreciate it. Those 4 things really help us out. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you next time.